Be blessed by the divine. What is our duty towards a departed soul? Let's understand the process of life and the process of death. As a child is born, inside the child's body, in the three-dimensional center, the energy, the life energy or the Kundalini forms a vortex from which it spreads throughout the body. As the life force spreads throughout the body, it also transforms itself into a magnetic force called as the biomagnetic force or Jiva Atma. And this biomagnetic force holds all the cells together in an integrated fashion. Because of this magical biomagnetic force, the body remains in an integrated fashion throughout its lifespan. At some point of time, when the body depletes its capacity to hold the life force particles because of either illness or because of certain artificial reasons such as accidents or any other natural disasters and things like that, the life force can no more stay within the body and it comes out of the body. There is a carrier for this life force called as the vital fluid, which starts to get formed at the cerebrospinal area and it spreads throughout the body. Without the sufficient quantum and sufficient quality of this vital fluid, the life force cannot have its strength to survive or help the body to survive itself. And when the last quantum of the vital fluid comes out of the body, the life force also comes out of the body. And therefore, there will be no magnetism that will be present within the body. The cells will get disintegrated. But there is no death to that Atma, that particular the celestial body that came out of it, or what I would like to call it as the astral body that came out of the physical body. That life force remains one with the universal magnetic state. It, since is a lighter particle because it is made up of ether particles, whereas our body is made up of earth particles, made up of water particles, made up of air particles, and also made up of ether particles. But the ether alone comes out of the physical body, and since ether, like balloon, is a lighter particle, it can no more stay within this closer to the earth's surface. It starts to travel upwards. But such a soul is believed to take another 120 years before it can merge with the Almighty Force, which is all-pervasive, all-penetrative, and it is self-compressive in nature. And that is a dark, fluid, static, almighty state. The soul has to merge with the almighty state. This is the journey that starts after the physical body dies. We survive our close relative in an example that I am just giving it to you now. So what is our duty? We are living. This close friend's soul is departed. Now this departed soul could get attached with another like-minded soul who is living, in order that it can transmit or transform or transfer all its unfulfilled desires to that living person. You can also voluntarily invoke such a soul and receive voluntarily on your own volition all the unfulfilled desires of the departed soul. And this process is what is performed as last rites in every part of the world in its own evolved religious or spiritual or social procedures. The idea is being understood by people across the world to be one where the close, dear and near ones come together and praise the soul and invoke the spirit and receive the unfulfilled desires, and then they can take their own process of neutralizing the desire, such as maybe removing the desire from their system or working towards fulfilling the desire. Now that depends on your willpower. If you can fulfill the desire without harming anyone, either you or others, you can certainly go about doing it. For instance, let's say your mother wanted to build a school in a poor community and she died before she could fulfill that desire. And you can actually invoke the soul, get that desire attached to you, and if it is possible for you without hurting yourself, if you have sufficient capacities in the mind and in the body and financially and socially, you can go about building the school precisely the way in which your mother imagined it to come up. Now this is a fantastic thing to do. Now supposing you are not able to do it, you can always wish it. You can always bless such a desire to be fulfilled later on by a suitable person. After all, this is going to benefit the society. Supposing the desire is going to harm either you or others physically or mentally now or in the future, it is up to you to resolve it in your mind, to get rid of this desire, to neutralize this desire once and for all. And since you have the willpower to do it, you can certainly do it with very, very less effort in your life. You don't have to struggle hard. You don't need to fear just because you have taken over this desire from this departed soul, that maybe you cannot do it. No, it's not true. You can certainly do it. You can get rid of the desire and you can eliminate the desire from your system, and you can merge the unwanted, unnecessary thought force with the Almighty force, so that the Almighty force can guide you and others around you. Now, this is the first and fundamental duty of a person who is surviving the departed soul. The second most important duty is to bless that soul. In the physical body, the soul is not living, but in an ethereal form, in an astral form, the soul lives for another 120 years. And the soul requires your thought force, requires you to go to the subtler levels of frequency and help its journey going forward by continuously thinking of the departed soul and telling in your mind, be blessed by the divine. You will certainly help the departed soul to continue its journey in a smooth fashion and merge with the Almighty force. Be blessed by the divine.